Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Marketplace here, and I'm back with another episode of the Building a Pokemon or Pixelmon Data Pack. I'm sorry. It's been a while since I recorded, and it's been a little break, but you know, you don't want to get burned out or anything. But I have been working on other stuff for the future parts, as well as getting all of Gen 9 sorted out as well. But yeah, we're on Gen 8 right now, and it's near the finale of covering every Pokemon. Then we're going to go into new moves I came up with later down the line. I just need to still not only code them, but also come up with them, because I'm only on a couple of types right now, and I want to sort that out. But anyways, yeah, we're on Gen 8, and these are all the Mons that we're going to cover today. I know it's not many, and I know that Frostmoth has a bit of a glitch going on right now, but yeah. These are all the Pokemon, which doesn't cover our entire evolutionary line, oddly enough. Which is a first for the series. But yeah, these are all the Pokemon covering. And future me would probably do the voiceover and everything, but before that happens, I just want to say thank you for those who have been watching these videos. Again, I'm really happy. I know I don't talk a lot to the community via posts or anything, but I just want to say thank you again for watching any of these videos. And I'll do my best to come up with things to talk about on posts and stuff like that. I know I haven't been doing much, and I know I haven't been doing shorts at all. Like, I have plenty of videos, I can make a couple shorts, but it's just gonna take a lot of time and comb through them all and everything. But yeah, anyways, I will be doing the outro in just a second, so let's go to future me, who's doing the voiceover and covering all the changes I made to these Generation 8 Pokemon. So I'll see you all in just a second. Okay, so as per usual, we're going to go in Dex order. Obvious reasons, because it's best just go in order for the sake of things. Not that many Pokemon to cover for this generation, but still plenty of interesting changes. Starting off with Inteleon, where I just got rid of Liquidation in its move pool for Torment, which at first seems strange, but I feel like it makes sense to me. I'm not really sure why. Maybe it's just because I associate Torment with Taunt, and since Inteleon can learn Taunt, I might as well just give it Torment for no particular reason other than because I think it would help. I mean, it's a fast special attacker, and Liquidation's also a TM, so I could just learn Liquidation via TM anyways. And on top of that, it learns Snipe Shot, which is arguably a better move than Liquidation for Inteleon. So, yeah, level 38 learns Torment. Not big change in regards to move pool, which, speaking of that, I totally forgot that I could give older gen Pokemon Gen 9 moves, so I went back and buffed Rapidash again and gave it Temper Flare, just as another physical fire move. However, that's not a Gen 9 Pokemon, thus that's not going to be covered, obviously. I just wanted to bring it up because I'm probably going to go back, and if there's any Pokemon I feel like could use a Generation 9 move, any other TMs from different generations, I'll probably go back and do that. Next up is Orbeetle, and what I did was first I swapped its special attack and speed, and then added 5 to the special attack. So now it's 95 special attack and 80 speed, which I feel like makes more sense. I mean, if you look at Orbeetle's head, it like feels a bit top heavy, so I feel like he moves a bit slower, but he hits harder. It felt like he needed to hit harder anyways, so that's to compensate with some speed. And speaking of speed, next up is Thievul. Sorry, Thievul. It's kind of hard for me to say that. Where I boosted speed up to 100, so it's faster. It's kind of sad that best moves that Thievul can use is, well, not just Foul Play, because it has 58 attacks, so Foul Play is pretty good for it, but also like The only special attacking dark moves I can use is Snarl and Dark Pulse. So when I make those custom moves, I'm making a special attack dark move, but we'll get to that when we cover that in a different video. Next up is Eldegoss, and I boosted Eldegoss's HP to 70 and its special attack to 85. A little bit tankier, a little bit stronger, especially, but overall just not a big change, but still a change regardless. Next up is Flapple, which is a slightly different and bigger change, where I took away 10 points from its defense and special attack, making them 70 and 85, and I put those into its speed, making it 90. I kind of felt like that Flapple needed to be more of a speedy physical attacker, considering that it is the fastest of between Appleton and Dipplin, so I felt like it kind of made sense to make it a tad faster. Plus, it doesn't really have like an amazing amount of special moves, and Grab Apple is its signature move, so yeah, just saw it that way, and I figured it would benefit them better to be faster. Next up is Toxtricity, and the change is that low-key form is different compared to the amped form now. And what I mean by that, like, low-key and amped are different in two different ways already. One that being ability, amped being plus, and low-key being minus. However, they also have a secondary difference where it's in regards to their move pool, where amped learns shift gear while low-key form learns magnetic flux. So I did another change, and that's that low-key form Toxtricity now has 80 defense and special defense, and 88 and 104 attack and special attack, so that way low-key form's more defensive, while amped form's more offensive to play into those moves. The shift gear is boosting speed and attack, while magnetic flux boosts defense and special defense based on if you have plus or minus. So, kind of felt like that would make sense. Next up is Clobbopus and Grapploct. And starting with Clobbopus, I decreased its special attack by 10, and then put it into its HP. So now it's 60 HP, 40 special attack, which is not too crazy. However, in regards to its move pool and its typing, it is vastly different, as well as it getting another ability. So, Clobbopus and Grapploct are now fighting Water-type Pokemon, and they both now get Contrary as a secondary ability, which is beneficial for them in the long run. As well as when Clobbopus evolves when having the ability Limber, it becomes Guts on Grapploct, so that way Grapploct is better in a lot of situations. In regards to move pool, both of them now get Water Gun at level 1, Aqua Jet at level 20 instead of Brick Break, I guess it's a TM, and at level 45 to get Liquidation, and I moved Superpower up to level 50, and that goes for both of them, which means that for Grapploct, Topsy Turvy is now level 55. Pretty simple. However, I also add a new egg move for both of them, that being that if you breed them with specifically a Corphish or Crawdon, they can now get knockoff, which is beneficial for both of them. And lastly is Grapploct stat changes. That stat change being similar to what M&J TV presented, so this is kind of important. So now Grapploct has 110 HP, 120 physical attack, 100 defense, and 90 special defense, making it relatively better. Of course, it now has 40 special attack, instead of 70, to give it a bit more points. So, yeah, Grapploct and Clobbopus are changed in a very much better way, so now they're more viable. Next up is Hatena, which I just changed its evolution level to 28 because I thought 34 was absurd. Same thing for Impidimp, Imp into Morgrem. They now evolve a level 28 instead. However, speaking of Morgrem, I swapped its physical attack and its special attack because I thought it made no sense for Morgrem, who has like 4-6 special options, to have 75 special attack. So I swapped them around, so now it has 75 physical attack and 60 special attack. Felt like that made more sense in the long run, because I don't understand why it did that. In the same vein that I don't understand why Grimmsnarl has 95 special attacks, so I swapped it with its defense instead. So it has 95 defense and 65 special attack. So it's a tad bit bulkier, which would make sense considering its dex entries are like that it can go toe-to-toe with Machamp, and Machamp is a physical attacker, so giving it a bit of defense is beneficial for it. Next up is Cursula and Galarian Corsola. I didn't cover Galarian Corsola in Gen 2 because it kind of just came up with this now. That being that both Galarian Corsola and Cursula are now Ghost Rock types, which makes sense considering that they are dead coral. Minus the ectoplasm, they're still mostly rock. So, or calcium, so felt like that made sense. Also, I swapped Galarian Corsola's physical attack and defense, so it has 50 attack and 95 defense. Because it is a rock type, I felt like it needed more defense. Next up is Frostmoth, where I boosted its HP to 80, its special defense to 110, and its speed to 85, so it's a bit bulkier, a bit faster. It would be a bit of a better sweeper with Quiver Dance now, and also has better survivability. Next is Stonejourner, where I gave it Solid Rock as a hidden ability, and I swapped its speed with its special defense, because I don't know how a big pile of rocks is moving faster than Sudowoodo, who has like 50 speed. Like, I get it, like, it has very long legs, but I picture it walking slowly as to not accidentally trip or fall over, so yeah. Also, Power Supply is just a very specific niche ability where you need to be in doubles for it to work, really. I never really used the ability, however, I would like to see other Pokemon gain this ability, because it might be a cool ability to use. Like, I never really seen Stonejourner's ability used at all for paying for anything, so there's that. Okay, so for Indeedee, I gave 10 extra HP to both genders, so male now has 70 HP and female has 80 HP. Not crazy, just better in the long run for their survivability. For Malpico, I also boosted HP by 10, so now it's 68. Nothing crazy there. It also makes sense considering that its ability is Hunger Switch, and you increase HP with a berry, so I felt like that made sense. Next up is Caparaja, where I took 30 points away from its special attack and plugged 15 into each of its defenses, making it 84 in both. I never really understood why it's 69 defense and special defense, so I boosted that. Also, again, with the special attack, like, it doesn't have that many special moves. It has, like, Earth Power, Flash Cannon, and, like, Belch, Snarl, Mudshot. It doesn't have that many. It truly doesn't have that many special moves, so I feel like reducing its special attack makes sense. And last but not least is Dreepy, where I changed its evolution level into Dracloak, and now it evolves at level 30 instead of 50, which is absurd. You don't want to be stuck with Dreepy for 50 levels, so now it evolves at level 30. And that covers everything. That covers all Gen 8. So I'm going to see you all next time. Let's go to Past Me, who's currently doing the outro. And I'll see you all in Gen 9, which is technically the finale, but I might make a bonus video where I add new moves to old Pokemon, as well as make my own moves for Pokemon to have. Like that new special Dark, which isn't technically a special attacking move, but it also isn't. It's kind of like Terra Blast. But anywho, I'll see you all in just a second. Okay, well, that was all for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. Generation 9 might be a bit short because it's mostly just giving a lot of Paradox Pokemon hidden abilities. And there's like only like roughly 10 actual Pokemon, and 2 of the Pokemon I wanted to change aren't in Pixelmon yet, that being Monkey Dory and Fezzinipity. But I'm still going to cover Gen 9, and even without them there, because the changes for them were quite simple. And yeah, I think that pretty much covers it. So I'll see you all in Generation 9, which would be the finale of covering every generation of Pokemon. But then I'm going to give new moves to a bunch of Pokemon with custom moves and stuff. After that, I'll be making a bunch of custom moves. So yeah, I hope you guys are excited for custom moves and their unique effects. Some of them already exist, obviously, since, well, I'm not smart enough to come up with new moves with unique effects, like a ground type move that hits flying types for some reason, like a dust storm. I can't really come up with that, so yeah. I'll see you all next time. Take care, peace out, and bye.